these persons who want to render judgment of Natembeya's case have already made an assumption that he is guilty of all the charges that are being leveled against him.
So if the chair of a committee has made such remarks in public, what chance do I stand for fairness? Will it be a fair hearing?
So Nzoia County Governor George Natembeya was in the Senate to defend himself against all the accusations and claims that have been leveled against him. But honestly, I will agree with George Natembeya, especially when I'm trying to give this example. Have you ever seen a scenario whereby hyenas are inviting goats into a sermon and they are assuring the goats of their security? Have you ever heard about that? Now, what am I talking about? There are various persons who are to make judgment in the case of Governor George Natembeya. But in the public space, these persons who want to render judgment of Natembeya's case have already made an assumption that he is guilty of all the charges that are being leveled against him. I understand that the Senate has the role of oversight. But as we conduct this oversight, let justice not only be heard to have been done, but also be seen to have been administered. You understand? And that is basically what George Natembeya is seeking for. So before I go ahead and give my analogy or my analysis on this, or let us listen to how Natembeya defends himself.
You raised some issues over the weekend about my appearance here. They were very strongly worded statements. And you are basically saying that you are coming to persecute me here and to get me off the way. And that you are assuring the Speaker of the National Assembly and Kenyans at large to put their TVs on. I hope this one is also on, you can put it on, to hear how the Senate is going to grill me. And you have really compared, you had a biblical anecdote about Jesus and Barnabas, and you were saying that in the Bible they crucified the wrong person, but this time around you are going to crucify the right one. So if the chair of a committee has made such remarks in public, what chance do I stand for fairness? Will it be a fair hearing? If a magistrate or a judge were to make such remarks in public about an accused person going to appear before them, I think the logical thing to do, if the judge met those remarks in the heat of the moment, I think just reasonable for the judge to recuse himself. For what I'm trying to say is that I'm actually requesting the chair, because of those strong views that he holds about me, that he recuses himself from these proceedings. Because justice must not only be done, but also be seen to be done. I'm already judged. He go to his platform on social media. He's on fire.
Asking him questions like, you are dealing with us like a man is a Bukusu man. Yeah, there are some connotations and sentiments that this guy did make. Like when you say that we crucified a wrong person, but this time we are going to crucify the right person. That is not a term you should be using as a person who is yet to render judgment.
Where a pronouncement has already been made on my guilt or otherwise.
You see, we should be people who are accommodative. I should embrace your culture. You should embrace my culture. I should listen to you before I render my judgment on you. The way I perceive you from your looks may be different from when we begin interacting and speaking. But now, when you say that already you are passing judgment, you are only coming to rubber stamp because it's like a kind of a default process that you are making in the Senate. It is not good. That is not justice. And all these things that the government cronies are trying to use, trust me, they are not only giving George Natembeya more power, but they are making him even more popular within the region. And the big beneficiary is his Tawe movement. If his people are saying, come on, we are seeing development that this person is bringing into us, that the governor is making, they have checked and they are trying to substantiate that some money was lost in the county. Even them themselves cannot even prove that some monies were lost through the governor. You know, this is what we call political witch hunt.
Basically, you've made your conclusion that I am guilty. Sorry, I'm wondering, what are we going through? Is it some kind of choreographed charade? Or what is it all about?
If I'm a judge in a specific case, and a case is brought unto me, I will listen to the side of the prosecutor's side, and also, in short, I'll listen to the both defendant and the plaintiff. Whoever defends their case so well, I'll check on the issues and render judgment according to the Constitution. But we cannot start a hearing with a presumed judgment. That is basically what Natembeya is trying to tell us. I don't know. What do you feel, or what do you think on how Natembeya conducted himself during his interview? Because it reached a certain point whereby he requested that if a certain video was to be played, him and his team were to be excused outside, because he would not like to be part of that humiliation, because whatever they're bringing on board is trying to humiliate him.
People have already concluded that we messed up the procurement process of this case. So really, are we just going through some kind of sham process? Yeah, I'm ready to proceed, but not under these circumstances.
What's your thought? Give me your take in the comment section below. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Radio. If you love content of this nature, kindly subscribe and press the notification button, so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To my Muslim brothers, Eid Mubarak.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dab Radio ndio mpango mzima.